Hey everyone, I'm here today at the
Station Trail as part of the Millbrook Valley Trails Network in beautiful downtown Millbrook.
and we are planting trees as part of a partnership with TD and the Otonabee Region Conservation Authority. And we're planting trees today for what reason, Meredith?
Well, we're here and we're on the Station Trail, and it's part of the TD Tree Days events.
Okay.
And so these are events run across the country with the goal of planting 1 million trees by 2030.
1 million trees,
Yeah.
wow.
So we've got some work to do, but we're getting a great start today.
We planted, well, I planted 3 already this morning. How many did you plant?
I've already planted 3.
There you go,
So
we
we're
both
even.
planted 3, we're
Good
both
stuff.
even. So how many people are here today?
We've got 25 people here,
All right,
so
wow.
about 5 trees each, so you're almost there.
Wow, that's not too bad. Wow, that's incredible. So why is this site selected for planting the trees here today?
Well, this lovely trail is actually the old Grand Trunk rail line location. So it was already a trail, but it needed some enhancement.
Okay.
And so as part of the enhancement, some trees were removed, so we're replacing them.
Okay,
Yeah, so
very
we're
cool.
Enhancing the habitat with all native species.
Okay, very important.
Yeah.
So can you tell people why it's important to plant native species here locally?
Native species are important because they are right for the habitat conditions that exist here. So
Okay.
if you look beside me, we've got some, behind us we've got
we can see
cedars,
around
eastern
here.
white cedar,
Woo!
and that's one of the species that we're planting.
Yep.
They provide habitat for the wildlife that exists here, and they're perfectly suited to our climate conditions. So
Okay.
our hot summers, our cold winters, and that crazy 80-degree range that we now experience in temperature, they'll be fine with that.
So what would happen if we planted a tree that wasn't really meant for this condition? It would just
wouldn't survive.
It wouldn't survive. So we need to make sure we're planting trees that belong in that current region.
Absolutely.
And we need to look at the trees that are already here and then plant to sort of mimic what's already here.
Yeah,
and
that's often our clue when we're developing the planting plan, is you look to see what's already there.
Nice.
And are there any enhancements that you could add?
So we're basically just replacing some of the trees that have been obviously had to be taken down to make this trail,
Yep.
right? Awesome. Cool. So could you tell us a little bit like about the planting? Maybe you could teach some people who don't know much about planting how to plant a tree, because some people actually don't know how to plant a tree.
Sure.
So maybe
Tree planting 101?
Tree planting 101 here
All
with
right.
Meredith Carter as manager of the Otonabee Region Conservation Authority. So here we go. Here's our tree. What type of tree is it, Meredith?
This is an eastern white cedar.
Okay.
And this guy has actually already been planted. So what we'll do is we're going to do a quick demonstration of what we would do if we were starting from scratch.
All right.
So first of all, you got to get through the turf.
Yep.
So we have these special planting shovels.
I feel bad here. I'm kind of useless. I'm
that's
just watching Meredith.
That's okay.
All
And so we're using these plants that are in 1-gallon pots.
All
So, so not gigantic. So you want to make sure you're cutting a circle in the turf that's just slightly bigger than the outside of your pot.
All right.
So that's what I'm doing here right now. I think I may have hit a rock, but we should be okay.
That's all right.
So I'm going to come all the way around here.
She's got this down pat.
Oh,
it took me a long time to get down there. She's doing it.
And then what you're going to end up with is a big grass pizza. That's what we call them.
Okay,
so you
grass
can just
pizza.
peel this turf right back.
Yeah.
So there's my grass pizza, and we'll just set that over here because I'm going to need that soil.
All right.
And then what we have to do is take a look. Oh, we've got some roots,
There's some wormies in there.
some worms. When you're working with shovels too, you want to make sure that nobody puts their hands in.
Yeah.
Our rule is always nothing but a shovel in the hole.
All right.
And then everybody goes home with all the fingers and toes they came with.
There we
Got a
go.
little bit of a root
A
there.
little bit of a root.
But what we need to do is just get down far enough that we can get our tree in the ground and have the level of soil in the pot
Right.
even with the existing grade. So you can see the ground level's about here, so we're going to want to make sure that that tree goes in the ground.
All right.
Just like that.
There we go.
Now my volunteer planters are going so fast I don't have any trees
Look at them
that
out
haven't
here.
been planted
Check
yet.
them all out. There are about 25 people here just planting away. And it's really incredible. Like it only takes about what, like 10 minutes or so to plant a tree? I would say maybe less.
Yep.
So it doesn't take too long. Anyone can do it. So check it out here.
So we've got our plant, we've got our cedar in a pot. We're going to pull it out. You can see all of his roots there. They're going to be so happy to go into their new home.
Okay.
So we're going to pop it in the hole and just see how deep is it. And it's almost perfectly even with that
Wow.
ground.
Yep.
So then what we're going to do is we're going to take all this nice dark soil. It's all full of organics, nice and moist. And we're going to fill in all the air spaces.
Wow.
Because tree roots can't grow into air. They need soil. So you need to make sure that you pack it in. You
Right
don't want to
on.
make it super tight, but you need to fill all the air
for
spaces.
sure.
So we take that grass pizza and you just pull all the excess
All
dirt
right.
off the edges and you get it all in there.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And it's really awesome. Like, we have people of all ages here. Like, if you check it out, there's people also planting trees over this way, and all different ages, all different, you know, from all different places here, and they all just want to help out here on a Saturday morning for a couple hours, just planting some trees. It's a lot of fun.
It is fun.
It
and
is.
You know what? When I plant trees, I often look around at the volunteers, and everyone always has a smile on their face when they're
because
planting
it's
a tree.
just fun. It really is. It's nice to just get down in the dirt and and feel good about something, right? And planting a tree that you can come back in a couple years and be like, hey, I helped plant this tree.
Yep.
It's pretty awesome.
Okay, so
So
there
check
are
it out.
trees in the ground. So now we're going to give it a little stomp. Just fill up any of those air spaces. Make sure it's straight up and down. That's important.
Yep.
And then you can give it a little tug. Make sure it
Okay.
stays in the ground.
Yep.
Yep, that's good.
Looks great.
Add a little bit of extra dirt. And then what we'll do is we'll take one of these things.
Okay.
This is a coconut fiber disc.
All right.
Some people use mulch.
Yep.
These are easier to carry.
Oh, yeah,
And what
for
you
sure.
do is you pop it around the trunk. And what this does is it acts like mulch, so it's going to help the soil maintain the moisture.
Okay.
But it's also going to prevent the grasses from growing up and
Wow.
competing with the tree.
Very cool.
And it'll just naturally biodegrade over a couple of
Very
years.
cool. There we go. So there you have it. We are here again. We're reporting live from the TD Trees Canada. And do you have anything else to add, Meredith, about why it's important to plant trees and educating the youth about planting trees and getting outside, and especially here on a Saturday morning?
Well, it's just such an important part of being part of a community. So you can get out there and you can enhance habitat and you can make new friends and you can volunteer. So it's a great way. We have a lot of students here today getting volunteer hours for high school.
Okay.
Parents bringing kids. So you get to interact with nature. You get to learn a little bit about species, learn about a new trail that you may not have explored yet,
100%.
and get outside. So
Very cool. Very cool. Well, there you have it, folks. Again, we're here at the what was the trail called again?
the
Remind
Station
me?
Trail, part of the Millbrook
Station
Valley
Trail.
Trails Network in Cavan, Monaghan.
There we go. So people can come check out the trail, and we're working hard to plant some trees, some of the ones that were taken away. So thanks again for having us here. Again, we're here with TD's planting trees, and yeah, next time you're out and want to try a volunteer thing, try planting a tree. Do you have another event that's coming up soon or anything like that?
We always have our volunteer events
Okay.
posted on our website,
All right, there we go.
www.autonomyconservation.com.
There we go.
So
So,
check that out
check it
and
out.
come join us.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks again, Meredith.
Thank you.
Have a good day, everyone. Have a good weekend. And yeah, get out and plant a tree. It's a lot of fun. See you later.